Hello everyone. As you can see from the title as well, we're going to look at Mod to Read 73, Text 73. Before we move on to the reading text, I want to go over the vocabulary. For this lesson, you need a pencil, a paper or notebook. You need the book. I also send you the soft copies of the pages. If you don't have the book, you can make use of them, and a dictionary. Okay, so these are the words that you are responsible for. If you want, have a look before we start. And let's start with the first one. Now I want you to read this sentence and look at the green part to enable someone to do something. And try to guess what this word means. Maybe you know it, but if you don't, please stop the video and then try to understand what it means and choose the best option. Which one means to enable somebody to do something? Okay, so here, when you read the sentence, enable means to make it possible for someone to do something, because in this sentence you can see our main goal is to provide help, which is something positive, and to enable our students to be successful. This word comes from able. When you make it a verb as enable, it means you're helping or making it possible for that person. The next one. Many working women rely on their relatives. Because they work all day, they need someone to look after the kids. The word is rely on or upon someone or something. So please again read it and try to guess what it means. So to rely on someone means to trust or depend on someone. Depend on can be given as a synonym as well in many dictionaries. It means when you need and you trust that person and you get help for something. The next word is investigate, to investigate something. The study investigated the impact of violent TV programs on children. They gave a questionnaire to 1,000 families to find out the result. Okay, so what does investigate mean? It means to try to find out the truth about something. This can be a crime, can be an accident, a scientific problem. But when you investigate something, you do something, like you can use a questionnaire or something, and then you find out what the truth or the result of that thing is. Next, to prevent someone from something. The new rules have prevented people from the virus. Since no one can go outside, less people are infected. So the new rule is no one can go outside, and the result is people are less infected. So what does prevent mean in this sentence? It means to stop something from happening. You stop something. In this one, to keep someone safe, this means to protect. That's something different. In this one, you stop something. Yes. The next word is detailed knowledge. I want you to focus on detailed here. You need to have a detailed knowledge of criminal law if you want to be a successful detective. Knowledge, you know what knowledge is when you have a lot of information about something. Let's have a look at detailed. Which one do you think is detailed? Don't forget that detail is the noun form, and this is adjective, and detailed is the same in Turkish as well. I mean, very similar. So the answer here is containing or including a lot of information or details about something. Okay, here we have an adjective, constant. He had constant contact with his family while he was in Australia. That is, he called or texted his parents almost every day. As you know, when we see that is, that's another explanation for the previous sentence. So have a look and please tell me which one means constant. Okay, so constant means continual. It comes from continuous, continue, or happening regularly, all the time. Okay, so he had continual contact with his family, like every day, all the time. Passengers must fasten their seat belts when the plane leaves and before it descends. Here we have a verb. Descend with a D is the verb. If it's a T, it's a noun. Be careful here. So what do you think descend means? Fasten seat belts when the plane leaves and before it descends. So the answer is to move to a lower level, to go down. I'm lucky that you spotted the mistake in my presentation. Because you noticed it, I could correct it before the class. The word is to spot something. Again, read and tell me which one the answer is. Okay, to spot means to notice someone or something, especially when they are difficult to see or recognize. Don't forget this is a verb. When it's a noun, it's something different. Okay, so we have looked at some words together. This is on page 155. It's a table. We have discussed all the meanings, but we haven't looked at these three words. If you don't know these words, please stop the video and have a look for their meaning. And after that, I want you to look at other forms, derivatives of these words. And for rely, I want one adjective, two adjectives, and one noun for develop, a noun for explore, two nouns and adjective for investigate, one noun, one adjective for prevent, one adverb for constant, and an adjective for disaster. So please have a look at these and come back. Yes. Check your answers, because next we will have an activity where you will use these words. Okay, well done. After you check, please continue with the video. Great job. Right, we're going to do this exercise on page 151. So make sure you are on that page. To help you, I prepared the words like this. You need to use these words to put them into the blank. Now please spend about 10 minutes to find the correct answer. Before you decide on the word, please decide what we need in the blanks. For example, here, this combination, blah, blah, the ecosystem. This is the object, this is the subject. So here we need a verb. Okay, so after you do that, try to put in these words. and then come back. And also, please have a look at the meanings of these blue words because they will help you with the answer. Okay, welcome back. Now, as I said, for this one, we need the verb. It says this combination, blah, blah, the ecosystem, to do something, to do, the ability to prevent. It goes on. Possess means to own something, to have something. I'm sure you have checked this. So here, the answer is, since we need a verb, it can be enables, explore, develop, prevent, or rely. Because this is a singular subject, it, here we can only have enables. And enable something to do something. This is our collocation. Okay, for the next one, the ability to prevent a variety of something. So we need a noun here, such as fire, disease, blah, blah. Now, as nouns, we have investigation and disasters. And these are examples for disasters. So the answer should be disasters. Okay? Therefore, it is vital, as I told you before, as you have checked, before, vital means very important, and preserve means to protect the diversity and do their best to do. Again, here we need a verb. So our verbs are explore, develop, prevent, and rely. The extinction means animals or something that doesn't exist, doesn't live anymore. So we want to prevent this. So the answer is to prevent, to stop from happening. Okay, nevertheless, which means however, humankind has caused something. We need a noun here normally, but the noun is here. That means we need an adjective. And constant is our only adjective here. So we need a constant here as continual. Okay, it should continue to be like that. Okay, next, many governments that are aware of the importance of Bardo have tried to do. Again, we need a verb here. The word strategies gives us a clue because we cannot explore or rely strategies. We can develop strategies. So the answer is develop. Okay, and here we have more detailed something of. So we need something that should be detailed. Investigation is our noun here. So the answer is investigation. Okay, when we look at number 7, community, in fact, survival issue, it's a survival issue for communities who. So here we need the verb something, directly on something. So if you remember the collocation, we had rely here, rely on something. So this answer should be rely. And the next one might be helped by launching. Launch means start. Educational campaigns that explore the impact of diversity on people's lives. Okay, that's all from part B. Now, this was the vocabulary. Well done, everyone. Now I want you to read the text, do the tasks, and after you finish, watch the video for the answers. Okay, good luck and enjoy. Okay, hello again. This is the video for the questions in the text, ocean exploration. Yes, I hope you've done all the questions and you're ready. Okay, so we need a pencil or a pen to check your answers, and then we need, of course, the book. Okay, let's start with these tasks. Okay, so part A was referencing, and the first reference word was them. If we look at this part in the text, the first step was to make maps of the ocean floor, which enabled the scientists to guide submarines and prevent them from having accidents. Now, submarines are vehicles, as you know, that are used under the sea. So this accidents gives us a clue, because they can have accidents because of mountain ranges, plains or valleys and under the seabed. And also, this is another explanation for us, which can be dangerous for submarine vehicles. So the answer here should be submarine vehicles. Okay? Vehicles can be optional here, no problem. This was question 1. When we look at question 2, it says since then. So for then, we need a time. It starts up from the third paragraph in April 1991, and then here there is an explanation of the disaster and what happened on that day. And then when you go down, it says, since then, scientists have been there twice. They went there first in March 1992 and then in December 2003. These two dates are after this. And before that, the only date is April 1991. So since April 1991, all of these, they visited that place again twice. So the answer should be April 1991. April is optional here. Okay. All right. Part B, we're looking for the word huge in paragraph 4. You should know that huge is an adjective. So to start with, you need to find all the adjectives in this paragraph. So if you look at these, the yellow highlighted words, these are the adjectives that we have. The word giant, size, it says. Huge is also about size. And here you have an explanation. A length, grown to a length of about 2 meters. So grow gives us something very big, and giant and huge mean very big. So the answer should be giant. Okay? It means, they both mean very big. Okay, part C is true false. Now, when you're doing true false, you need to find the keywords. Keywords are highlighted here in green, as you can see. And in the text, these words are all given in this part. It starts in the second paragraph and moves on to the third one. A crew of Alvin descended. If you remember from the vocabulary lesson, descend means to go down to the bed of Pacific to observe the changes in sea life after the eruption. But when you look at here, eruption was witnessed it says. Witnessed means they saw the eruption. And then if you look at here, 1991, after they descend to the bed, after they went down, the crew of the Alvin didn't see the sea life they expected. They didn't see it. So because it says expected, it means they wanted to see the sea life. That was their aim. Instead, they saw a scene of disaster. So this means they didn't go there to observe the changes because they wanted to see the sea life. So the answer should be false. Okay, the next true false question is in the fourth paragraph. Again, the keywords are 1992, have never been able to see the growth of mineral chimneys from birth. They couldn't see them before 1992. If you look at here, in 1992, they saw that the seabed had changed rapidly since the explosion. And then we have an example here. In fact, this was the first time scientists were able to see the growth of these chimneys from birth. This means before 1992, they had never seen them. So the answer here should be true. Okay. Yes. Now let's go back to our PowerPoint, and in the task D, we have 4 comprehension questions. The first one says, give 2 reasons why many countries wanted to learn more about the oceans. Now, first we need to understand the question. The question wants us to give 2 reasons. That means we need purpose. And for these type of questions, we can start with because they wanted to, or we can just start with to. Now, the reasons are in the second paragraph, and the blue parts are the reasons. We have 4 different reasons, and as you can see, they start with exploring, documenting, investigating. We understand this from this part. They were interested in exploring, documenting, investigating. Only this one is with to better understand the constant movements. So when we are writing the answers, we need to start with because or to, like I said. So these are 2 of the options, because oceans contain rich mineral, blah, 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 or because they wanted to document. If you remember, in the text, it was documenting, but we need to change it to infinitive form to show purpose. These are 2 of the options, and the other 2 are these. Okay, to investigate, to make maps of the ocean floor. So you can stop here and check your answers if you want. This was question 1. In question 2, we have a why question. Why can the ocean floor be dangerous for submarine vehicles? Okay, so again, we're looking for a reason, and we need to start with because. This part is in the second paragraph, I think. And the first, which can be dangerous for submarines. As you can see, this is in the question. So we found the part here. We're looking for a reason, right? And as means because, if you remember from our previous lessons. So that's the reason. But because this part is in the question, we don't need to write it again. We just need to take the reason, which is the seabed is covered with mountain ranges, plains, and valleys. Okay? This is the result and is the question, so we don't need it. Next question. What did the scientists on Alvin hope to investigate on their return visits? Return visits is the clue for us, and you can see it in this part in the paragraph, which is at the end of third paragraph. The scientists dropped a marker so that they could find the spot easily on return visits. When they go again, there would be a chance to record, it says. So chance to record is investigate, and return visits is also in the question. Sorry for that. So they would have the chance to record this, to investigate this part. Because it says what, we need to write what they wanted to investigate. So only this part is enough for your answer. The rest will be irrelevant or unnecessary. Yes, the last question is a how question. When there's a how question, we're looking for a way. So for that, we can start with a sentence and write what they did, or we can start with by and write a gerund. This is the part that we should look at, and I think this is in the fourth paragraph. So they took samples from the chimneys for analysis. See, analysis is investigate, and measure the temperature of the seawater by putting thermometers into the chimneys. Now, we only want how they analyzed, how they investigated these chimneys. So I don't need this part. Okay. In this case, as I said, we can write a sentence like this, or we can change the verb and say by taking samples as the answer. Okay. I hope that is clear for you. Okay, well done everyone. That's the end of the video. We have answered all the questions. Hopefully this was useful for you. Please make notes of your problems and go to your teacher for any questions you would like to ask. Take care, stay safe and healthy at home. Goodbye.